What's up, fappers? Welcome to the first ever Underground Radar. This is where we bring you the best underground and up and coming bands and artists you need to know about. This week we will be looking at Sharp Eyes, a pop punk, pop rock band from Essex, UK, who are taking the scene by storm right now. We sat down with them to talk about their sound, their story, and what's next. Let's get into it.
This is the only time anyone's ever really cared about our band, basically, in a small way. But it's just been really, really nice, to have people that come to our shows that are not just our mates that we've dragged along for the fourth time in 6 months to a show. People that actually wanted to come and hear us, and people messaging us saying, "Hey, I really like your song. I found it just randomly," or those sorts of things are amazing.
Every band has a story, and Sharp Eyes is no different. This is Sam explaining how it all started for them.
So most of us, there's five of us in Sharp Eyes. At least like four of us have basically always been in the variations of this band together, basically. So three of us know each other since we were like 11, 12 years old. We met Sean when we were 16. We were doing various iterations of a terrible band at that point, but just trying to be. We weren't trying to be our own band, really. We were kind of just trying to write our own songs that were basically straight riff hops of, Set Your Goals, All Time Low, and stuff like that. All those bands, we were just writing songs like them. We just played a bunch of shows, and just any show anyone would give us, we would just go and play, especially when we were younger. And even kind of starting this version of this band, we would just play anywhere that we could, which is kind of good because it gives you that formative experience. There's nothing like playing live together and stuff as well. But really, I feel like the whole industry, especially the scene in like London and probably a lot around the UK, has changed a lot. And there's a lot of not very helpful people in amongst the very helpful people as well. So people who are just putting on shows just to get as many people through the door as possible without actually thinking about what a show looks like or anything like that. So we had a few unfortunate experiences of kind of playing shows where we were on with a jazz act, an R&B act, a grime artist in the same lineup, and then everyone leaves after they've come to see their friend, and then they all disappear, and it was just awful. So we played a few stinkers along the way for sure, but we had a lot of fun, and kind of did a little bit. All went off to uni and work and did separate things, and then kind of around late 2019, early 2020, we were we really missed playing music together. We're all really, really great friends. So it was just always a nice way to hang out together. You don't always get that time. And then played literally 2 shows basically before COVID hit and shut everything down. So that was an ideal time to try and launch a band. And then I think that, so we kind of formed under this name called King's Gambit at the time, which we just picked out of nowhere. And then we got a message from a very angry American band saying, "We've released some music under this name, so you're going to have to change it." So, okay, we'll change it. I don't know how the name Sharp Eyes came about. I think it was literally just we were so sick of having to change the name. We were just putting anything in a group chat, and then we all voted on one we liked. But then we kind of we had a few kind of different change ups and stuff. And then Will is our latest member on the drums, who joined us about a couple of years ago, and that's what Sharp Eyes kind of is today, really. So it's been in the works a long, long time, but this is the best version of this band that's ever been, which is good. We've not got worse, I don't think, so that's positive.
From those early days as King's Gambit to now dropping their latest release, Drifting Away, Sharp Eyes are proving that they are here to stay. And their sound? Well, let's talk about that.
It's a weird one because I think we do definitely kind of fall under that very wide, like kind of pop rock, pop punk kind of
Yeah.
umbrella, but not like in a sort of Blink 182 sort of way of pop punk or anything like that.
Think of British noughties bands like Death Havana, You Me at Six, Twin Atlantic, but meeting a more poppy sound like McFly, for example, and that is what I would say is Sharp Eyes. Their latest track, Drifting Away, is a perfect example of that blend. Check out the snippet of it. It's a great song. Absolute fire. But what really sets them apart is their energy, their songwriting, and their willingness to push the edges of the genre while sticking to writing catchy hooks.
I think we've got such a wide range of influences from like, like there's a lot of like people often talk about like maybe like a Don Broco-y kind of thing to us, but then also like very poppy bands and stuff as well. And I do think like, I particularly love good pop music and like pop bands. Like that's one of my things that I absolutely love. So there's definitely a lot of that in it, um, which is cool. Like my favorite band is the 1975, so I love like that kind of playful kind of pentatonic major scale songwriting thing that you just stick in that lane. It's quite nice. So yeah, we definitely like bands like Yumi at Six. We get compared to a lot. All Time Low. You can kind of see throughout the order of the songs we released. Like this first EP that we put out that isn't really available anymore for a very good reason is kind of like it's a real mix of stuff. You can see we're kind of trying to find a sound. It was almost a bit indie and stuff as well, which just
Yeah.
wasn't us really, but then you've kind of got more towards like Drifting Away, which is our latest single. That's definitely feels like a home for us, that kind of sound and that sort of stuff. And the songs that we're writing now are much more in that kind of they are pop songs with a very rock edge, which is I think what we are quite enjoying at the moment.
I can't wait for Palooza on
It's
the
gonna be so good,
Thames.
man.
Like both of them are insane. Like how did it feel like when it sold out after 48
No,
hours?
no, that was insane. Like, I think it's fair to say, like, none of us expected it. So think that was
No.
absolutely insane. I was like, there's some. The only reason I thought at some point this is probably going to sell out is because it's a great venue. You guys, you're great at promoting it. There's some incredible bands on it. So, like, I think people will want to come and
Yeah.
like, in new places they haven't really seen before. But I did not. I thought like we'd be pushing it right up until the event or something like that. But yeah, basically 48 hours sold out. That was just, I mean, we hadn't seen anything like it. So amazing feeling. Makes you feel like rock stars when you're sat at your work
It
desk
does, doesn't
trying to answer your emails the next day.
it?
It's like, oh, well, I don't need to answer this email.
Just like send it was so surreal to send in all the bands a message saying, right, it's sold out, it's gone.
Insane.
And
So
it was
good.
like
No,
it was just that like, right, we've got 20 tickets left, we've got
yeah.
15 tickets left.
I was
Like
watching it like that when you were sending messages. Like, I can't wait for this to happen, but I couldn't believe how quickly it happened. So,
it was
yeah, no, the shows are going to be so good. Like, the Hope and Anchor is an incredible venue. We played there a couple of times with other bands, supporting them. So, yeah, really, really looking forward to it. The atmosphere is so good there. They look after you. Yeah, just it feels really like compact in a nice way. And yeah, the energy is going to be really good. So, yeah,
yeah,
can't wait for those shows, especially.
yeah. I think they'll both be sold out, so it'll be
Yeah, for sure.
insane.
Well, a few shows coming up this year, as you well know. We're playing both of the London dates of the Palooza on the Thames, which we're incredibly excited about. Obviously, at this time we're talking about this, the Saturday is sold out, Sunday has a few tickets left, which is great. But yeah, we're really, really excited about these shows coming up. I think we've got some good plans to make them fun, do something different. Hope there's a lot of people there that won't have seen us before, which is great. But also some people that will have. So we're keen to keep it fresh. We've got a couple of surprises up our sleeve. I won't spoil anything. but it's going to be good. And yeah, just playing a few kind of gigs that are going to different places that we haven't been before this year. We're going to try and get to, yeah, we can try and get to Nottingham, Derby. I think we're going to Leeds later on in the year and stuff. So different places we've never been before, which is really exciting. But not playing as many gigs across the whole year as we did last year because it got to the end of the year and we're like, oh damn, we need to like actually release and record some more songs. So trying to do that as well
So,
in a challenge.
so, so this year is more of like a writing, recording year, you reckon, or?
I think mainly where we can, yeah. So the kind of first stuff we've already written is kind of being pre-produced and worked on right now, which is great. I don't have no idea when that will come out just yet, but we are throwing a lot of ideas around as a group and kind of working on songs. So yeah, I would definitely expect to see a lot more songs from us kind of later half of this year into early next year and stuff, and just continue to try and put out some more music as we can, which is nice, and hopefully carry on playing cool shows, meeting cool people.
Yeah, big things coming for these guys, and you do not want to sleep on them. Make sure to check them out on Spotify and social media, Sharp Eyes, and show them some love.
Don't you know I've learned by now not to call and tell you how mistakes I've made my space, no doubt, back to back with your walls.
That's it for this week's Underground Radar. Who should we feature next? Drop your recommendations in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and follow for more fresh bands every week. Stay loud, stay proud, and we'll see you next time.